us and you just want to listen in the background while you're walking, while you're cooking, while you're even at the gym. If you just want to listen, even if you're gaming, you want to have it in the background, will be on Spotify audio only. Welcome back to the Random Conversations with Hernie and Butch. And we're filming this podcast a bit late today. It's like
12.
It's nearly 12 a.m. in the morning.
So it's still technically on a Saturday. We're still staying.
I don't think it really matters what day we record. It just matters if we get it out on time.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of a shit house, but
yeah,
I mean, what it is.
Originally, we should probably address our name change because we were originally going to be called Pre-Drinks, but I think after the weekend on Easter, we decided
no more.
I don't really want to drink every weekend. And then the most important one was, after that, I decided to actually look up the name Pre-Drinks, and turns out it was not original at all, and there's a lot of podcast names called Pre-Drinks ran by Aussies.
Yeah.
And one really big one that's on Apple and Spotify that are from like a drink company.
It's probably on us for not doing the research.
I mean,
but it worked in our favour. Like, I don't really want to be drinking every week. It's not
the way we came up with this name though, was just basically we tried out a bunch of different names. Now all taken, and it got to a point where Butch and I were just brain dead, and we were trying to come up with anything, and it turns out this was just one of the ones that weren't taken, so we're like, oh fuck it, we'll do it. We'll go with this one. We want to get the name done. We want to get it out because I couldn't be bothered just like putting in numbers. I just wanted like the actual handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we got something technically now. I won't promise you that it's going to stay that way, but
I mean, I think the only other podcast name we came up with, or like not we, but a friend gave me a suggestion, was Yap Sesh, but that's taken. But I think Straight Yappin' isn't taken. But I can't be bothered.
I
can't be bothered changing it. I think we're just gonna stick with this because
who knows? Maybe it works better this way. Just, move on.
Yeah, last time we filmed the podcast, it was Easter, to which is why you're sick now.
Yeah.
Because you drank too much.
Yeah.
Which is not very Australian of you.
No, it's not entirely my fault, but we move on.
How sick have you been, Butch? How's your week been, by the way? How sick have you been?
So I've spent the entire week shivering when I've had 2 or 3 layers on me. And then I wait till the morning to get some, medication. Like some, I don't know, Panadol, whatever. And then I'm, still shivering. And then as I was starting to get better, I was just like, oh, man. This is a bad week.
I mean, you were dead to the world. You wouldn't answer anyone.
Nah.
Not my calls. You wouldn't answer Snapchat or anything, bro.
I wasn't answering anyone.
Bro, I was trying to get stuff done for the last podcast. I'm like, Butch, I need this, and you just didn't answer. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I was dead.
Oh. One thing about the podcast, the intro that you made. Everyone's 50-50 on it. Some people like it. Some people think it's cringy.
Yeah, look, I get it. I can see your concerns. I don't know yet. We could maybe update it a little bit, but then again, I'm not a pro editor, so.
I mean, I was thinking of a new thing where maybe we go to Big Hill or something. Set my phone up in the back seat, get the sunset. Yeah. Film so you see us two not facing the camera but staring out to the sunset, and then maybe get a cloud writing font to just animate in saying welcome.
Yeah, no, it's a
and
possibility.
Maybe relaxing music over it.
I definitely think though, maybe we should just pay someone to fucking edit it. Maybe
or edit the videos.
No, edit the intro so it's it looks really snappy.
Maybe
on Fiverr, it costs you $20. it will cost me, like, I'll pay this one, but...
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to try that, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. May as well experiment with it.
Yeah. So that's... Easter was kind of crazy, like, as you can see, I'm just gone. But...
I'm glad I didn't drink a lot during Easter.
Yeah,
I only drank 2 of the 4 days out of it. You drank like...
all 4.
You went home early on one day.
But I still drank like a fair bit that day.
Yeah, true, because we filmed a podcast that will never see the light of day.
Nah, it is the...
I've already deleted all the files.
And I'm sorry to my friends, but it's like just a piece of shit. I couldn't release that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's just... I think we recorded like an hour worth. And if I were to edit that, the amount of stuff I would have to cut out would probably make it only like a 10-minute video.
Yeah, probably.
There's just too much stuff that just couldn't be said. Well, not said, but just
Yeah.
can't probably be released, I guess.
Even like some of the funny stuff that we were saying, like we didn't actually realize like how like it could be controversial if it came out. Like I don't know, something.
Which is kind of the problem when you're doing things with friends, because you don't realize in the moment if it's controversial or not.
Yeah.
Which is a bit hard, but I think if we were to do it again with them, we'd have to do one at a time.
We would. And
now.
And I think they know that. They're not too mad about it. But yeah, Easter where we live is quite big, and it disappointed, I can't lie. Like, I was expecting a lot of people from other towns, but no.
I heard some stories about you at the pub that I probably can't say on here, but they are quite funny.
They're funny, but...
Apparently, you're a bit shy, Butch.
I'm a bit shy.
You're a bit of a shadow.
Nah, but that's fair criticism, but...
And you criticised me about that exact thing.
It's fair criticism, but, you know, it was not... I don't know, I wasn't feeling it that night. Just wasn't.
I can't remember who said it, but someone was talking to me about it, and they go, I like how Butch ended it with, we're going to conquer Hernie's fear about talking to a woman or something. I don't think I talked to a single woman over there.
Damn.
No, I talked to some, but as friends. Just like catching up after I haven't seen them for a while, but I've been talking about that. I've been on the Tinder.
Yeah, how's that going,
I matched
mate?
someone.
Yeah.
I matched her when I was in Ballarat.
Yeah.
And she's from Ballarat, right?
Yeah.
And I was talking to her, and she goes, why do your kilometres keep changing? You're so far away. Where do you live? And I tell her where I lived. I'm matched. I'm like, bruh. Not even that far away. Not that far of a drive away from here to Ballarat.
But that's the thing. People that live in populated areas just don't care. Like, they'll just move on to the next, bro.
I'm like, I'm willing to drive that much. Yeah, I don't care. Bro, I'll drive to Melbourne if I have to. I'm desperate enough.
Take the train, bro.
Nah, I'd rather drive.
Fair enough.
I like that. I went to Ballarat today as well with Charlie and Ricky. Went to Pancake Parlour. Got like massive chocolate pancakes. Amazing. And then Charlie introduced me to this amazing app called Keno.
Oh, this is my beef with Keno, right?
I have a huge gambling problem.
Okay, no, but this is my beef with Keno, right? So, what are you playing, heads or tails? Or heads, tails, or evens? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So it's heads or tails basically, and evens rarely come up. So it's not really a 50-50, it's more like a
It's like
a 30-30, no.
No, it's not like that.
Not
It's
30-30.
it's probably like close to 48.
It's like 40-40-20.
Yeah, that probably sounds about right.
It's like 40 heads, 40 tails, 20 evens.
Well, that's what I mean. We don't actually really know the odds because I feel like they rig accounts once they start winning because that's how it works. Like,
I've been putting $10 in. I've been kind of just winning and losing back and forth. I think I won 4 games and I've lost 4 games, so I'm even at the moment.
That's the thing. I don't think you can really win it.
Talk to Charlie about his gambling theory.
Well, this is what Charlie doesn't realize, right?
Yeah.
If your only upside is making double your money, but you can lose all like half of that money, then you keep losing. You know what I mean? It's not enough upside. If you're gonna win, you want to win more than 50% usually.
Yeah,
If you want it to be a profitable endeavor, but
I think the only thing Keno has for it is better odds. I mean, you shouldn't gamble anyways, but...
no. It's, I don't know. It's Keno. It is what it's like. What you play at the RSL. Like, let's be honest.
We're doing it as a joke today, so that's why we're playing it.
No,
We're like, we'll see if Keno could pay for our stuff and it'll be free, which Charlie managed to get everything he bought today paid for by Keno, and we're still up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then he got banned. So I can't gamble anymore because I'm banned in Victoria. I can only play in New South Wales.
Yeah. That's what I mean. They don't care. After a certain amount of time, they'll just ban your account. Like, they don't care. I just remember it being really funny, like seeing people playing Keno, and they're just like, they write the numbers down and then they'll put it in the machine.
I couldn't be bothered doing the numbers. I relate Keno
That's
to
where
like...
that's actually where Keno makes their money. The people that
Yeah.
do numbers. But if you do odds or evens, that's probably the best way.
It's like roulette with reds and black.
Yeah.
And then evens like green.
Wait, isn't Keno like? Hang on, have we just figured out? Is Keno basically
It's roulette. You can
but-
select numbers, or you can do odds or even, or you can do tails or heads, which is basically red or blacks.
Damn.
Evens is probably just green, 0.
Well, we've clocked the system.
I mean, I love roulette.
Roulette.
I also love blackjack. I was really good at blackjack. Somehow.
Well, then again, you'll be good one night and then the next you'll just get.
I've been good both times I've gone there, which is twice. So I'm probably down for a loss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got a loss straight away and I was like, no.
I would have been up if I didn't have to give Tom all my winning chips to get him to play.
Oh, well.
Like every time I won, I just give my winnings to Tom to put on. He puts it on. That's the only chips he ever has. Is the ones I won and give it to him, and he loses. And I win again, I give it to him. So I think I could have made a profit of $200 that night, but I think I gave all that to Tom. But
Oh, well.
it was for fun. So
Live and you learn. Would have blown that the next night anyway.
I should have gone to the strippers.
That's a discussion for one day, but we won't get it.
Oh yeah, we didn't address this. This is probably going to be a short podcast because Butch is sick.
Yeah.
We had main points that we want to talk about. And then I guess if you're still up for it, we can talk about other stuff. But I decided to, after looking at the other podcast, I decided to actually write down prompts.
Yeah.
So we don't lose track of what we're talking about. But I got them in a certain order, but it doesn't necessarily mean we have to do it in that order.
Yeah, I mean, what's good? We could talk about, we already talked about.
We talked about the pub. The next thing we talk about is me being a desert driver. The thing is,
Being a deso driver is a good one.
I have anger issues, I found out.
Well,
I found out I have
I mean, a
anger issues.
lot of people nowadays have anger issues,
But
but
like, you guys pissed me off so much. You in a drunken state and Hoffy in a drunken state may be the worst people to deal with or communicate with.
that's what I mean. It's all about perspective.
Right.
Some people find it easy. Some people.
Basically, we went out Sunday night and I said, I'm not drinking because I'm tired and I don't feel like it. I'll be a designated driver. Meaning, I will drive you to the pub and back home. But you guys want to go to kick-ons.
This is about kick-ons. Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys want to go to kick-ons. I'm like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I'll drop you off at kick-ons. And then I'll come pick you back up at 3 or 4. And I'll take you home.
Yeah.
Then I get a call from Hoffy being like, oh, we want to go to OTR. OTR's a
To be fair,
servo that does like food and stuff.
Mm.
And I said, if you go to OTR, I'll drop you off, but you are walking home. Because I'm not waiting around in a car park for like an hour, another hour, which would make it 5 a.m.
Mm.
And I have to drop you guys off. I have to drop Tom back off, which is like 10 minutes out. And I have to come back in, pick Tommy up, and drive another 10 minutes the other way. Then come back, and by the time I would get to bed, it'd be like 6.
yeah.
And I was sober.
Yeah. What happened? Like, I don't know. I was just trying to find where Kick-Ons was. I didn't even know. I just followed whoever went, but I don't know what the others were doing. They wanted to go to OTR, you said. But I was with
You're with Tom and Cohen.
Nah, I was with Reds.
Oh, well, when going to OTR, you're with Tom and Cohen.
Oh, but yeah, I was with,
And I told Hoffy to tell you that if you go to OTR, I'm not picking you up.
I think my phone went flat.
And I told Hoffy to tell you.
Oh, when I got there. Yeah. Nah, but
No, I meant to tell you before you left.
oh, well.
I told him, tell Butch if he's going to OTR, I'm not picking him up.
Yeah, no.
And then he goes, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't tell you then.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I picked Tom
But
out.
I was fine with that. It was not a bad walk.
What does Tom do? Because he lives out of town. I kind of felt bad for leaving Tom.
So, oh, that's bad. Tom, he walked back to mine, then called his mum. Mum picked him up.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, the only person I felt bad for was Tom. I really took it, but I just wanted to get to bed.
Yeah, no.
Because I kept getting basically drunk calls from you and Hoffy all night. And it pissed me off.
So,
Tommy was a really good passenger though.
I'll say this right now though, moral of the story. Do not be a designated driver. I also hate being a designated driver.
Yeah, do not be a designated driver. It's like babysitting a bunch of 3-year-olds.
So now we know what it's like for those Uber drivers in Melbourne.
Oh, I could not imagine being an Uber driver. The shit that I've said in an Uber before when I've been drunk.
I know. It's...
What about Hoffy when he vomited in an Uber driver?
Yeah, and the guy was like, oh, I'm not actually going to out the guy. That's kind of... But he was really mad. I'll just say.
I mean, obviously, I think if a guy vomited in my car, I'll be pissed as well.
Nah, but like, I was like to Hoffy, mate, you got to hold it together. You got to hold it together. He's like, no, I can't do it. It was funny.
I remember when I got home, because I went separate to you guys, and I got home and you see Hoffy passed out in bed. I'm like, fair enough, Hoffy.
Yeah. Oh, but that trip in Melbourne though, the day, like when we had to go back, that was like the worst feeling.
And our other Uber driver crashed.
Yeah.
So he missed our train.
And he blamed it on
He blamed it on the other guy.
Yeah, but he was clearly...
He wasn't looking.
Yeah.
He just started reversing. He did not look at all. We could see his reverse camera, and I think one of us said something, and he didn't listen. And he just kept going, and he crashed. And he goes, oh, you're going to have to call another Uber. Mind you, this wasn't a big crash. It was a dent.
But the guy was like exchanging insurances, but he left after like 2 minutes.
He left after 2 minutes. We would have made it if we stayed with him.
Yeah.
We waited longer for another Uber to come.
Yeah.
To be fair, that Uber the guy who did come after was actually really nice.
Yeah, good lad. But that whole crash cost us about 3 hours of our life.
And then we already had train tickets, so we had to buy more.
Yeah.
Because I ordered some online. It was annoying.
It was not fun. But that was a good trip though. That's probably going to go down as one of the best trips we'll have.
Oh no, we everyone's birthday we always go down to Melbourne to go clubbing.
Oh, Hoffies. I reckon we'll go to Ballarat.
I reckon we go to Ballarat. Try Ballarat clubs out. It's a bit closer to where we live as well.
Well, I know during the winter, surely we'll be doing something with Rip and Reds. I think they said.
Hopefully. If we do something with Rip and Reds, Butch and I are a part of a lot of different friend groups.
Yeah.
And within those friend groups, there are people that don't like our other friends.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
So it's like kind of hard for us sometimes. We go, we want to do things with these people.
But then
we got to leave out these people. Like, if we want to do things with these people, we got to leave out the other people. And it's like, you can't get together because they're like, I don't want to be with those guys. Or it's like conflicting opinions, which is fair enough. I mean, people are allowed to not like dislike other people. I don't really care. But it's like, I want to go and do this with my mates. But then you're also going there. So now either I got to hang out with one or the other or not hang out with any.
Yeah, it does sometimes make it difficult, but people...
I mean, I find it easy at the pub.
Pub's easy.
Hoffy will just go off on his own. Cohen will follow him. And then I can just go up to Rip or Reds.
Yeah.
Or even Judd. So.
That's what I mean. On the pub on Monday, I was with Hoffy, and then I was just like to him, bro. I was like, oh, yo, I won't see these guys for a while, but I'm not like avoiding you or anything. I hope. And he's like, yeah, I know, bro. And I was like,
Bro.
he understands.
Aussie's a very understanding person, which is nice.
Yeah.
Some of our other friends aren't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who, but you guys probably know who.
We don't name names,
But yeah, Hoffy is a really good person. He tries to get along with other people.
Yeah.
But sometimes he's a bit much.
He's very misunderstood, I feel.
He's very hyper energy, I guess, like hyperactive. He's a lot to take in, and he's just constantly always going, which can put people off, I guess. But.
Yeah, nah, it's alright.
Although rip though, I was should have gone to uni.
Oh, did I have my mic upside down? No, I was gonna say. Oh, I was worried.
Rip's been killing it at uni on the social side of things.
Yeah.
I should have gone to uni.
But realistically though, what would you have done at uni?
I probably would have done what Ricky did, which would be business.
Yeah, I mean...
That's what I would like to... Even though I didn't do sports science at our high school, I would like to do something about personal training.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
But
I mean, you can still go.
Yeah, when I'm a mature student, which is like 23 years old, and I can't be asked.
No,
I'll be doing something by then.
Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to go to uni, but I was like, nah.
Yeah, no. Because I'm doing a real estate course at the moment, which I'm struggling with. I've not told any of my family members I'm struggling with it. They always ask me, they go, how you going? I'm like, yeah, I'm going great. Well, I'm sitting there, I've only handed in one thing, and then halfway through another thing, and I got like 16 things there that have to get done.
Jeez.
And I'm like doing it. I'm like, do I really want to be a real estate agent? And I don't think I do.
You know, this is a thing where you can still decide. You're not like...
I've already paid for the course though.
Well, I would say just thug it out, finish it.
I guess it's one thing to have, but
yeah.
That again, I always say I don't really think I want to be a real estate agent, but I don't know what else to do.
I mean,
like I've said to you guys recently, no guy has ever said this, but I wish I was shorter.
You wanted to be a jockey?
I want to be a jockey. I want to be a jockey up until I was like 13, I think, and then I think it was my mum. Probably won't remember it, but my mum goes to me, yeah, you're gonna be too tall to be a jockey. You're gonna have to think of something else. Yeah,
You could have stunted your growth though.
Yeah, I think you can stunt the growth.
There's probably a way.
I think they say weightlifting stunts your growth, but I think that's a myth.
That's a myth.
It's a myth.
Like, unless you're like really like a kid.
Well, it wouldn't really stunt your growth. It could a little bit, but depending on how much you're actually lifting. If you like building muscles, or if you're bodybuilding, or if you're going strong, man, it would stunt your growth. It'd probably
stuff like a lot of things up though, like when you're young.
Like hormones.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I don't know.
But I could have been a jockey. I think that's what I would have wanted to do anyways. Seems like fun. Seems like a really good job as well.
Oh, I don't know.
It's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous sport.
I don't know if it's a great job. Like, at the end of the day, like, in my opinion, you just, race horses around and you get mucked about by trainers and stuff like that. But that's just my opinion, it's not... You might love it, like, a lot.
It would have been good to do, but nothing works out how you want it to in life, so now I'm stuck being 6 foot.
Unlucky.
But we should... we've already talked about what we did this week, and we haven't done much. You've been sick all week.
Yeah.
Well, I've been working.
I mean, I'm very happy right now because, Geelong got the win. Very close. I mean, it's just happy for me because we're 4-0.
I didn't really watch the game. I saw a little bit of it when I was at the gym just before I came here. Seems like most of our squad's the older people. They're not really younger.
Well, yes and no.
I'm surprised Tom Hawkins is still playing.
Yeah, he's just very good. The thing with Geelong, I think we just have very good list management, and we're always able to find someone who's like really good for cheap. Like we're always very good at finding those players. But I don't know. Do I think we're a realistic chance for the premiership? Yes, I do. I'm backing the boys. I'll always back them.
How many weeks are we in on AFL?
Ooh, 4? Because I don't know how to say it because there's that opening round bullshit.
But the opening round does count to the final score, doesn't it? Because
because
there normally wasn't buys until like later on, but now there's buys straight away.
Well, yeah, that they're just to level it out because I think Melbourne have played 5 games and we've played 4, so that's why they're on top. You know, stuff like that. But yeah, and
talking about AFL though,
yeah,
is there any AFL teams that you think will be on the come up this season?
On the come up,
like looking at their players and new recruits that they've gotten, is there any with potential? I don't know, even though I'm Aussie, I don't really know much about AFL anymore. They're kind of tuned out of it. I mean, I'm a Geelong Cat supporter through my family, but I kind of stopped watching it when I was like 14.
I thought the Bulldogs are really good. Like, I think they might be something that should be taken seriously.
They've only won 1 premiership back in 2016, haven't they?
No, they won 1 before that.
Okay. That's still quite low considering some of the other teams have won a lot. Who's won the most trophies? Carlton, right?
Collingwood
Won the most trophies.
Or is it Essendon? I don't know. It might. No, I think it's tied between Carlton and Essendon. Search it up. Actually, I don't know.
Hold on. Who has won the most trophies?
Premierships.
I mean, while I search this up, talking about premiership, the Premier League. Man United versus Chelsea.
I don't want to
talk about that.
I
know
really
you don't want to, but we have to.
I really don't want to talk about it, but I just want to say the refs, they can get fucked. I actually am disgraced with those refs. Look, maybe one of those penalties I would have given, but not both of them. Both of them were fucking disgraceful.
I think I would have given the first one.
I wouldn't have given he didn't touch him. His knee did. It's not his foot.
It would have made more sense for the ref to give it and then VAR to cancel it.
That's what I mean. They just look after the ref. They don't actually care about it being the right decision.
The first pen should have been ref called it, which he did, but then VAR, who checked it, should have cancelled it. But then the second pen, which was a bit unlucky in my opinion, it was a bit of a trip.
It could have been either.
It could have gone either way, which I guess they decided to go with pen.
It's at home. They're at Stamford Bridge, and
Palmer carries Chelsea, by the way.
I know,
he's a pen merchant.
Look, he's a very good pen merchant. I don't want to
He's a good player.
I don't want to bully him for taking a lot of pens, but
he's a good player. But he's no Jude Bellingham.
He's not on Jude Bellingham's
level.
That's
one for you, Tim.
He is not on Jude Bellingham. If you ever say that again, I will never speak to you again.
Butch'S one of I guess my mates. I don't know if he's your mate, but they've been going back and forth because Tim likes Chelsea. And he's just been stirring you up. Well, basically since they've won, which has been quite funny.
We absolutely battered them, but they just got so lucky.
It was 2-0 halftime, right?
No, 2-0 at the 20-minute mark.
And then halftime 2-2.
Yeah.
After halftime we scored 1 goal to make it 3-2 us. Went into stoppage time, 1 minute left. We gave away a pen, which was just an unlucky pen, really. Who tripped again?
Who tripped Delo?
Delo tripped basically, and kind of knocked him slightly with his arm. Realistically, it looked like a dive, because there's no way.
Well, the reason why they actually gave it was because of a little tap on his
It was
back
double
foot.
contact, wasn't it?
Something like that. I just don't think that's a pen. And if I just can't believe we gave that up. It really annoys me because that could have really helped us. That could have actually cemented us because we're not getting the Champions League.
We're not
anymore.
getting it now. I think best is 5th, which is Europa League. Right?
No, that's Champions League now. The best we'll get is 6th this season.
5th is Champions League?
It is now.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was something else.
No, it's because of there's a new format next year.
5th is something else though, right? Or does that get moved down to 6th?
It'll be 6 now, yeah.
So I guess at least we got that. I mean, not bigger budget or anything, but
It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. But
to be fair, I do think Ten Hag made some questionable subs during that game.
oh yeah,
near
I
the end.
also want to say this: Marcus Rashford, you are a disgrace. That was absolute. That was the worst I've ever seen from a cameo.
Absolutely carried.
Who?
Garnacho.
Yeah, but I think you also got to give your flowers to Anthony as well because he actually put in a lot of work off the ball, and he also
He actually played good for once.
Yeah, no, he played good against Liverpool too. I don't think that Anthony
We're versing Liverpool next.
We're versing Liverpool in 24 hours, mate.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. Wait, yeah, is it 24 hours?
Oh,
24
no.
hours, yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Nah,
I mean, we bet him in the FA Cup. We should be able to do it again.
I don't know. Enough about United. I can't right now.
You don't want to make you upset too much?
I can't.
Does Sin upset you that much?
Oh.
Alright. Well, coming from a depressing note, Butch really wants to talk about the TikTok RIZZ party for some reason.
Yes, I do want to talk about it.
He called me 10 minutes before this, Hernie, can we please talk about the TikTok RIZZ party? I'm like, why? But okay, but why? And he goes, it's funny. I'm like, alright.
Alright,
take it away. I'll let you talk about this one.
I'll tell you why I want to talk about the TikTok RIZZ party. Because it started off as just a kid with a tie on just singing Carnival. But now it's turned into law. It's turned into full-on stories where it's Turkish Quandale Dingle is looking at blue tie kid for his approval, and then it's Tomato Boy is safe with the group leader, and it's
white, chubby white shirt kid or something.
Chubby white shirt is second in command, and he always runs the show.
I keep seeing ones Turkish Quandale Dingle trying to go for blue ties title as group leader. The kids in that video, I found out they've all had TikTok accounts. And this would be considered bullying, but they're actually playing into the meme.
That's good though. I'm actually glad they have.
I think there was a meme, that the blue tie kid posted with a Turkish Quandale Dingle.
Yeah.
And he's like, guys, Turkish Quandale Dingle is not coming from my title. And the door behind him bursts open, and he comes in and just freeze frames.
Oh, it's
actually quite funny.
No, I thought it's been a good meme, but I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 more days.
You definitely know they're the most popular in that school now.
Oh yeah, but that, the thing is, I wouldn't even give them that much shit. They just became popular off nothing really. They're just having a bit of this is nothing different to what probably we would do.
I mean, you've done the whatever that dance.
Yeah,
before.
but
randomly in a car park.
Yeah, but
at night.
But that's not in public though. Not in a public camera or something. I wouldn't do that. I don't do it as good as I don't do it as good as Turkish Quandale Dingle though.
Imagine being at school and you say something, someone goes, "Shut up, tomato head." Bro, you've lost.
I feel bad.
You can't do anything.
I feel bad for that kid.
He's the only one that got ridiculed for his appearance, basically.
Yeah. Poor guy.
And then what was the other one? The other one's dude,
white shirt.
No idea.
No idea. Who is this kid?
Who is this kid?
But
trying to fit in.
Turkish Quandale Dingle, at the start, he was just called Mr. Am I doing this right?
Yeah, am I doing this right?
Because he just looks like, I don't know. It's funny.
Oh.
It is actually a really good meme. But I think that
At
it's gonna
least-
die very soon though.
I think if the kids play their cards right, they could become content creators. Because they from the few videos they posted, they are quite funny.
Yeah. At the same time, they peak so early. They're only 16.
I think, but like a lot of people peak early now.
They peak early and then they're gone. I'm just saying.
It is easy. It's easy to peak early, and if you're smart with it, you can run. Even if you die down a bit, if you're smart with your money, and invest or do other stuff with it on the side, you'll be able to use that, I guess, 2 years of fame, and turn into something.
Well, there is money in TikTok now, so that's
the content creator program, which is good. It's talking fucking ages ago.
Yeah, I don't know how they got away with not paying, because they would.
Imagine how much Charlie D'Amelio would have made if the thing was around back then.
No, I'm pretty sure she was on a deal though.
Yeah, but I think she would have got most of her stuff from sponsors.
Mm.
It's not like bodybuilding or sprinting. They don't get their money from competing. They get their money from sponsors.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean.
Talking about TikTok though.
Yeah.
You reckon they're actually going to get banned in America?
No, I don't think.
The one thing I hate.
No.
People keep saying though is like, oh, TikTok's Chinese. It's not Chinese. It's Singapore.
Well, it is Chinese. Just the CEO is from Singapore.
I thought Singapore and China had beef. No?
Oh, I don't know, but
Or was it Thailand?
I don't know.
You're allowed to say if they are. You don't give your opinion what side you choose.
No, I literally don't know. I think I like both countries, honestly.
Have you seen the court hearing of the TikTok trial though?
Yeah.
It is the most stupidest thing ever. Oh, do you have any relations with the Chinese dictator? But why would it? It's weird. China has its own version of TikTok though.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, they do actually. I can't. What is it?
I don't know what it's called, but it's only available in China.
Yeah, but it's really like it's a gatekept version. Like it's really restrictive and.
But most of the stuff they have like their own version of YouTube as well.
I remember like when they had Chinese Fortnite, like this.
And they had Chinese Minecraft as well.
Yeah, and it was like only you could play for like only an hour.
I think they've implemented stuff from Chinese Fortnite into the actual thing, like auto gen shield and storm stuff. I think.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool, but.
And there was different skins in the game too. It was a completely different game. I'm not even lying. Yeah. Yeah, it was just TikTok for me. It's probably one of the most addicting things.
Oh yeah, I would just be scrolling for hours. It's basically brain rot.
If they actually could find a way to make more money from advertisements, which I've been seeing a lot more actually on TikTok scrolling, there's been more advertisements.
Have you noticed that when you're scrolling, it'll come up in the corner like ad in 2 seconds? That's why I fucking hate that.
They're really trying to maximize their revenue now.
I mean, I guess you gotta get your bread up, but if you're a company, you gotta like think about best way to getting revenue, best way of making profit.
Well, they are having to pay the creators now.
To be fair, even when the thing comes up, just scroll it. There's a skip button right away, or you just scroll it and it's gone.
That's the thing. Why would you? And the thing with TikTok, right? It's not favorable to advertise on because they know how easy it is to just scroll.
You know, I do think that will probably end up changing give it like 3 months. I reckon it'll be changed to you can't scroll past it.
Yeah, and when that happens, I'm gonna delete it and go to Reels or something.
Oh, fuck, Reels are just unhinged.
Reels
are just full of people dying in car crashes.
Nah, that's Twitter.
Nah, I see them on Reels, mate.
No,
and then the caption is always like, "Don't worry, everyone's okay," but the car's completely obliterated.
Oh, but I see some sick people like doing like these crazy things in cars. Like they'll go in the middle of town, just like in a full, just drift 180 straight all the way through town through red lights, and I'm like, what?
I almost fell asleep in my car today driving. That was fun. I feel like
I've nearly done that before. I just want to.
I had to like put gum on my mouth to try and stay awake. It was annoying. It's because it was cold outside, and I had like the heater on max in my car, so it's like the perfect environment to go to bed, basically.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. But
yeah, I mean, it was quite, when you go to drive and you're really tired, like.
You shouldn't drive when you're tired.
Yeah, they do advise against it, but
I mean, when I started driving, I wasn't tired. I think it was like when I just got like 10 minutes out of Ballarat when I started feeling tired. And by that time, everyone in my car was asleep anyway, so I was the only one awake. Like, bro. Like, damn, I wish I could sleep.
Oh, wait, let's circle back to being a deso driver. He's not just a deso driver when we're going out drinking. He's a deso driver just in general because he's
I'm the deso driver now because I'm on my Greenpeace, so I can take everyone in one vehicle.
For anyone who doesn't understand that, he can carry passengers while the rest of us can't. Well,
Only
we can carry one,
Peas,
but
you're only allowed one passenger between the age of 16 and 22.
Yeah.
You can have, if you have like a 17-year-old in there, or an 18, if you have an 18-year-old, you can have people under 16 or people over 23 in the car as well. Then that's fine.
So when you're on green peas,
when you're on green peas, there's no age limit.
Okay.
Just have anyone in there. That's red peas.
Right. Yeah.
And I can see why they do that on the reds.
Yeah, it is actually very distracting.
It is actually very distracting.
Yeah.
Especially with you guys on there.
I remember saying that when we were going. I'm like, this is why they have the restrictions. I remember saying that. Nah, but
I got beef with you.
Why?
Apparently you go to Cohen or Hoffy. Hoffy or you said this. Hoffy said you said it. Cohen said Hoffy said it. You went up to Cohen in your drunken state at OTR and go, I think Kyle actually might be gay.
It might have been Hoffy, low-key.
And I'm like...
Or maybe I did say it. I don't know. We'll find out.
And then... and then Cohen's like, agreed. I'm like, why'd you agree? And he goes, I don't want to start an argument with drunk people. You know how annoying that's going to be? I'm like, yeah, fair enough. And then I asked Hoffy and he goes, oh yeah, it was Butch. You said that, but you didn't talk to anyone at the pub. I'm like, Butch didn't talk to anyone at the pub.
But
why would he say that about me? It's just hypocritical.
This is the thing. I did not say it.
You did not say it? It was Hoffy and he's trying to blame it on you? Now listen here, Hoffy, you little prick. I'm coming for you. I know where you live.
Oh, that's funny.
I guess, how you feeling, Butch? You want to wrap it up? Because you want to go?
We can go. I'm enjoying it. I can go a bit more.
Alright, well, we got, about 2 more things to talk about on this thing, which is, we're going to talk about the last podcast and what we think of it. So, our last podcast, as of date right now, we released it on Thursday, and today is Saturday. So far, yeah, it's nearly Sunday. It's Sunday. It is 12 a.m. on Sunday. And right now it has like 33 views.
Yeah, and I honestly didn't expect it to get any views.
I thought it was going to get 10 because I only sent it to a couple people.
I haven't told anyone, so.
You know, everyone said pretty good things. I think Rip said he liked it because he said, oh, it's good to be able to, like, while he's gone, it's good to be able to, like, listen to our conversations. Some people said we needed to spice it up, make it a bit more funny.
Yeah.
Which I understand that one, but the first one's more for informational stuff.
Yeah.
And if you want to watch a funny video, you don't really want to watch a podcast. Podcasts are just talking. There's certain podcasts which are funny, but they're more established creators, or they've been doing content creation for a while, and they kind of know what is funny.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll probably get funnier and funnier as we go on, but as of right now, we're still working stuff out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good that we got 33 views already. I don't think this one will get that many.
Yeah, I don't. I think the first one's always going to have more than the second, but... Oh, jeez.
You are actually dying.
Oh, no. I'll be right. Oh, no, but let me... Alright. Gotta get it out. Gotta get it out.
Yeah, everyone had pretty positive stuff to say about it. Joel did say it's a good podcast to fall asleep to.
And this is what I mean. I invite all criticism. I don't hide away from it. So it's fine. If you find it a good podcast to fall asleep to, I'm happy for you.
Just make sure you loop it before you go to bed, though. So
yeah, exactly. Get them views up, boy. Get them views.
No. As I was saying before, the intro was 50-50. People liked it. I think Charlie or Ricky said, it's a decent intro. It's funny, but it's only really funny for people who know you. As the people who don't, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Which is why I think we should experiment with that one I was talking about, of the sunset. Even though it will look a bit romantic and like we're gay, but it doesn't even matter. Charlie came up with the idea of podcar or whatever. Like you do a podcast in your car.
I reckon we should do that. We should do that with guests, but we need a camera for that.
My phone. We'll need a mount on the actual dashboard.
I think that could get you in a bit of trouble, though.
Yeah. How much are GoPros nowadays? You can probably get cheap GoPros, put one in each corner, and then one in the middle to go to the back or something.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't film off your phone just in case you got pulled over. That would be...
No, would you do the audio on the phone? No.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought, it could have... It didn't run as smooth as the test, but the test we were also a lot less nervous because we were
I think it was because we were drinking.
The drinking, and I think the drinking kind of stops the flow of everything. Because every time, we're just because say I'm taking time to pour a drink, that's taking time for me to have a conversation.
I can't remember who told me. Someone said you should have had your drinks pre-shotted already.
That's actually smart.
But then, how many shot glasses do you want me to line up on the table for that?
Yeah.
How many separate glasses do you want me to have?
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been easy if you just had, stubbies or a can, but it made sense drinking that time because we were going out to the pub, which got rushed to go to the pub. We didn't even get to eat because apparently there would have been a line, which there never is. We're back. Butch will be leaving us because he's currently...
I'm currently having a coughing fit, so...
Yeah. So I'll close the podcast out.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to me coughing.
Bye.
Good luck.
I can't believe he slammed the mic down. It's going to be a pain in audio. Alright. We only had one more topic left, which is what we will improve on, which is, I guess, what I will improve on. The main takeaway I had from the other podcast was basically, I guess, humour and flow. There's a lot of stoppage during the first podcast, and it was very serious, which this one kind of is. I mean, there may be some funny episodes later on, but as I constantly keep saying, we're still learning. We're still trying our best. We're going to stay consistent with it. Record these every Saturday. I'll try and, even though the first one was uploaded on Thursday, that was mainly because of trying to figure out the name and that realistically. And then obviously Butch being sick, he wasn't able to, I guess, get the intro to me in time. So that was that. But this will be definitely released every Wednesdays. So, and I do, even though there's not much editing in podcast because it is long form content, I do want to improve on the editing a little bit, whether it be a bit better audio, a bit better leveling, maybe adding more stuff into it, subtitles, I get, not fully, but little information pop-ups if we needed to. We also do plan on putting this on Spotify because I think it's free for podcasts on Spotify. which the editing on Spotify will be a little bit different. There won't be an intro really in Spotify, like the music intro. It'll just go right into, hey, welcome back. But other things that we do want to do with this is if we ever go somewhere, we probably will plan on making a video like vlogging, just for other type of style of content, stuff like that. We do want to get more friends on. Problem with having friends that we've found out is that we're not good at currently with making stuff flow with the podcast. So having other people on that aren't used to it, and you have like 4 people on, for example, what we did last time, it doesn't really work. You kind of need 1 or 2 people that know how podcasts work to kind of pick up the slack left behind by other people. I mean, there's certain people where Butch and I are like, oh, this person would be really good to have on because they're so funny, yada yada. They're funny to us, but you put them in a seat and their brain may just completely just shut off and not know what to say, not know how to say things, stuff like that. So we probably won't start trying to have different guests on until maybe episode 10, which is in 10 weeks, which is about 2.5 months. So coming like into winter, we probably won't start trying to see if we have guests on, but yeah. It is nearly 1 a.m. So I want to go to bed. So I'm probably going to end this podcast here. I'll probably start editing it tomorrow. So thank you if you came back to the channel, thank you for coming back for episode 2. If you're still interested, come back for episode 3. And yeah, just keep watching, keep enjoying. Comment some criticism down in the comment section. Things we could do a bit differently. I guess if you're a friend of mine, you can message me or Butch on Snapchat of like certain stuff you think we should do. Any like segments, I think. Like if you say, for example, if you want us to go through certain type of Reddits, I guess, or read certain questions out, stuff like that. Just tell us, and we might incorporate into the next one. So, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for watching. This one will be on Spotify. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Subscribe and like. If you're watching this on Spotify, I guess you would rate 5 stars. Hopefully. But, yeah. Thank you for coming out. Have a good, depending on when you're watching this, have a good rest of your night, have a good evening, and good morning. Thank you.